There was a moment when Sam Darnold stood on the sideline, mic'd up, admitting that he was seeing ghosts. Not metaphorically, literally overwhelmed, confused, unraveling in real time. That clip went viral. It became his identity. A top 3 pick, reduced to a punchline. But here's what makes this story different. Most quarterbacks don't come back from that. He didn't just come back. He ended up lifting a Lombardi trophy. And the wildest part? There were people, coaches, teammates, even a few fans who never stopped believing. Stay with me because the turning point didn't happen where you think it did. Before the headlines, before the memes, before the ghost, Sam Darnold was that guy. At University of Southern California, he didn't just play quarterback. He took over games. 2016, redshirt freshman. He steps in mid-season and goes 9-1 as a starter. 31 total touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and wins the Rose Bowl. And not just wins it, he dominates. You saw it immediately. The off-platform throws, the calm under pressure, the ability to create when everything broke down. It wasn't perfect. Turnovers were always there. But the upside? Elite. So when the draft came, it wasn't a question of if he'd go high, it was how high. The New York Jets traded up number 3 overall in a 2018 draft to get him. Franchise quarterback, face of the rebuild. New York believed, and for a second, it looked like they were right. Week 1, Monday Night Football. First pass as a pro, pick 6. Next drive, touchdown. That right there was Sam Darnold in a nutshell. Chaos, followed by brilliance. But what happens when the chaos starts to outweigh everything else? The NFL doesn't wait for you to figure it out. And in New York, everything that could go wrong did. Coaching instability, roster issues, offensive line problems. And Darnold, he never fully stabilized. Across 3 seasons with the Jets, he had 45 touchdowns, 39 interceptions, and a completion percentage under 60%. But the stat that really told the story? Turnover-worthy plays. They kept stacking up. Then came that game, 2019, against the New England Patriots. Mic'd up, national TV. That clip didn't just define the night, it defined his career, at least in the public eye. And the conversation shifted fast. He's broken. He's not processing fast enough. USC quarterbacks never pan out. By the time he left New York, the label was clear. Bust. But here's where things get interesting. Even then, teams kept calling. Why? Because you can't teach what he still had. Arm talent, mobility, and flashes that refused to disappear. So the question became, was he done or just misplaced? Enter the Carolina Panthers. Fresh start, new system. And for the few weeks in 2021, it looked like the story was flipping. 3-0 start, efficient play, confidence creeping back in. Then, collapse again. Injuries, turnovers, benching. At this point, most quarterbacks don't get another shot. But Darnold did. Why? Because coaches kept saying the same thing behind the scenes. He's better than what people think. So he lands with the San Francisco 49ers as a backup. No pressure, no expectations. Just learn. And for the first time in his career, he wasn't trying to prove anything. He was just developing. And that quiet year, that's where the foundation of everything changed. But the real turning point didn't happen in San Francisco. It happened somewhere colder and a lot more complicated. When Darnold arrived in Minnesota, the expectation wasn't that he'd become the guy. The Minnesota Vikings had a plan, and it didn't fully revolve around him. But then something unexpected happened. He started playing well. Confident reads, cleaner footwork, better decision making. For stretches, he looked like a quarterback finally understanding the game at an NFL level. The numbers weren't MVP level, but they told a story. Career high efficiency metrics, low turnover rate, increased yards per attempt. And the teammates noticed there was belief building in that locker room. But here's the twist: the organization never fully committed. They saw him as a bridge, not the future. And that hesitation, it mattered. Because just as momentum was building, the opportunity to take full control never came. And you could feel it in the discourse. He's improved, but is it real? Small sample size. We've seen this before. Minnesota helped rebuild him, but they didn't let him finish the story. So he left. And this time, he didn't need anyone's permission to prove it. When Darnold landed with the Seattle Seahawks, it didn't dominate headlines. It wasn't seen as a franchise-altering move. But inside that building, they saw something. A quarterback who had been through failure, learned from it, and was finally ready. And this time, everything clicked. Play-action heavy system, strong run game, clear reads. It fit him. And for the first time in his career, he played free. The stats? Now they match the talent. Completion percentage climbing into the mid-60s. Touchdown to interception ratio, nearly 3-1. Career high passer rating. But more importantly, he stopped trying to be perfect. He trusted the system. He trusted himself. And the narrative flipped from bust to late bloomer to something nobody saw coming. A playoff run. Then another. And then the moment. Super Bowl. No ghost, no hesitation. Just control, command, closure. Sam Darnold's career isn't just about redemption. It's about timing, fit, and the people who believed when it didn't make sense to. From USC star to New York collapse to overlooked backup to champion. And maybe the biggest takeaway? Sometimes the difference between a bust and a breakthrough isn't talent. It's the right situation at the right time.